So, welcome to this next lecture of organic chemistry. This is a lecture on the basis of some basic concepts of organic chemistry. सबसे पहले I would like to say that please don't try to memorize organic reactions. Make the organic chemistry dull and dry for you. So try to understand the nature of each and every reactants given in the reaction and try to understand the behavior of each and every functional group towards some specific reagents. Change your approach towards organic chemistry. It's very interesting. Explain some basic reactions and basic reactions of organic chemistry and some basic concepts. और आपको ये बताने की कोशिश करूंगा कि how to learn organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is not for some rectification and so on. It is just for learning how to learn organic chemistry. So for that we must understand the base of each and everything. आपको चाहिए आता भी है जो रिएक्शन मैंने लिखी हुई है सामने इथीन प्लस HBr इथाइल ब्रोमाइड you know each everyone who is watching my video that might be know about this simple reaction. आप 11th 10th से पढ़ते हो brother. So today I will show you how to recognize how the reactants behave and what expected product is formed and why these reactants they react. You must know this reaction. This is very simple, that ethene plus HBr. But now we will try to understand why ethene react with HBr. How it will react with HBr. So each and every functional group present in the reagents or the reactants that behave differently. We must understand the behavior of that particular functional group or particular reagent. For example, this ethene plus HBr to form ethyl bromide is a simple reaction. और हम देखेंगे कि ये रिएक्शन हो क्यों रहा है, इथीन रिएक्ट क्यों कर रहा है. तो ज्यादातर रिएक्शंस जो हैं ऑर्गेनिक के अंदर वो इलेक्ट्रॉन रिच सेंटर और इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट सेंटर के बीच में होती है. मोस्ट ऑफ द रिएक्शंस they take place between the electron rich center. One of the reactant must have an electron rich center and other reactant must have a center with an electron deficient center. Now for that we have two terms. You must know. First term is nucleophile. Phile means loving. Nucleophile means nucleus loving. And nucleus has a positive charge. So all the species which love electron deficient center are nucleophile. Some examples we must know, and we definitely know that some nucleophiles are like water. Why water is a nucleophile? Because oxygen has a lone pair of electron. So it may attack on a center where there is a deficiency of electron. Ammonia, another example. Due to lone pair of electron. Hydroxyline is another example in which the oxygen has 3 lone pair of electrons. So these are simple nucleophile. Now second term is electrophile. Electrophile means it's electron loving. It's negatively charged loving. Negatively charged loving means the species which love the electron rich center. They must have electron deficient, they must have positive charge. So like BH3, boron has only 6 electrons in the valence shell. So obviously it will attack to the electron rich center. So it is electrophile. H positive ion is electrophile. Br with the 7 electrons is also electrophile because of the deficiency of electron. So species having deficiency of electrons, they obviously attack on electron rich center, they are electrophiles, and species having excess of electrons or lone pair of electrons, they obviously attack on the electron deficient center, they are nucleophiles. So these are simple examples. Now let's see some more examples to understand that basic reactions that ethene react with HBr to form ethyl bromide. So suppose we have ethene. You know what is the structure of ethene? It's nucleophile or electrophile? It is nucleophile. Why it is nucleophile? Let's draw the structure. Each carbon in this ethene is sp2 hybridized. So there is an electron cloud above and below the plane. This is electron cloud, pi bond you can say. All the 6 atoms, 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen, they are in one plane. They are in one plane. Electron cloud is above the plane or below the plane. Here is electron cloud above the plane or below the plane. So overall this ethene molecule is electron rich. So it is nucleophile. Now suppose that some reactant is given like cyclohexene. So this part of the compound is electron rich. So this is a nucleophilic center. This double bond acts as a nucleophilic center. Just like in ethene, like in CH2 double bond CH2 you added HBr and you got CH3 CH2Br. एक कार्बन पे हाइड्रोजन ऐड हो जाता है, दूसरे पे Br ऐड हो जाता है और एक बॉन्ड कार्बन का कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड टूट जाता है. इसके साथ भी वही होगा. If you add HBr to this, you will get this product. Whatever will be the structure, कितने भी complex structure हो, functional group जो behavior है उसका उसने वही show करना है. चाहे वो simple molecule है ethene, चाहे वो बहुत बड़ा molecule है. अगर उसमें भी डबल बॉन्ड है तो HBr उसमें भी ऐड होगा. So it means some particular group, some particular functional group in the compound or some particular portion of the molecule that is electron rich or electron deficient that behaves similar way. Now suppose we have this next example, carbonyl group. Must know this is called carbonyl group. So what is it, electrophile or nucleophile? Now here there is a polarization of charge. Like if you draw like this, carbon is sp2, oxygen is also sp2. Carbon is sp2 hybridized, so it has a 3 bond trigonal planar symmetry, and it is a p orbital also, so this is its p. Oxygen that has a double bond, so it's sp2 hybridized. There are 2 lone pair on oxygen, so these 2 lone pairs they are present in sp2 hybridized orbital. So like one sp2 hybridized orbital, second sp2 hybridized orbital. So this is sp2, this is your sp2. Where is p? This is your p. See the geometry. This carbon is trigonal. This oxygen is also a trigonal because both carbon and hydrogen they are sp2 hybridized. Now there is a pp overlapping due to which this pi bond is formed. But because oxygen is more electronegative, So electron cloud that will be more towards oxygen. You can draw a structure like this. So here is oxygen. So the electron clouds is more towards oxygen. This is electron cloud that shift more toward oxygen. So oxygen get negative charge, carbon get partial positive charge. So your oxygen is a nucleophilic center. And your carbon is electrophilic center. So इसकी बहुत सारी reactions भी हैं. Like when you add, so say carbonyl group. So this is a carbonyl group. You are adding H positive. So this is a very simple reaction, but this is a electrophilic nucleophilic reaction. H positive क्या है? It's electrophile. We know it's electrophile. It means this will act as nucleophile. Now, what will be the reaction? Think it logically. Don't try to memorize that hydrogen go to oxygen. Why it goes to oxygen? Because it acts as a nucleophile, and the C double bond O, which is nucleophilic center, we know that oxygen is nucleophilic center. It cannot attack on carbon. Electrophile, all the reactions, I already told that all the reactions are nucleophilic plus electrophilic. One nucleophile, one electrophile combined. So this oxygen that attack on this hydrogen. काफी रिएक्शंस हैं जिसमें ये इंटरमीडिएट बनता है CO positive. Now, suppose water is present there. Now, what is water? Water is your electrophile. Sorry, nucleophile. Due to the presence of lone pair. So it means this molecule must behave like a electrophile. So now find where is the electrophilic center. इसमें इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर कौन है? C डबल बॉन्ड O में कौन था? C. अब कौन है? पॉजिटिव चार्ज नजर आ रहा है ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर. क्या ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है वो इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर है? नो. Because electrophilic center means electron deficient. The positive charge on the oxygen, that is because of its valency, covalency. Valency of oxygen is 2 and it's forming 3 bonds. That's why positive charge is there. But the octet of this oxygen is complete. Octet of this oxygen is complete. It means it is not electron deficient. It will not act as electrophile. Okay, then what? Carbon will act as. So there is a rule in organic chemistry. Like in some cases, like in when you add Br2, suppose we have ethene and we are adding Br. We know that cyclic bromium ion is formed like this. Okay, and then Br negative is released. Then Br negative is the nucleophile. This is electrophile. Now, which part is electrophile? This Br positive? No, Br positive is not electrophilic center. It is not electron deficient center. Why positive charge is there? Because of its covalency. ब्रोमीन की जो वैलेंसी है वो 1 है. उसने बॉन्ड कितने बना लिए? 2. Okay, it's not electron deficient. इसके पास इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं. इट्स ऑक्टेट इज कंप्लीट. सो जब किसी एटम के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज हो और उसकी ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट हो, तब उस मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर हम इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर कैसे ढूंढेंगे? जो एटम उसके साथ अटैच है, दैट इज द इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर. लाइक हियर positive charge is on bromine, but its octet is complete. Its octet is complete. So it is not electrophilic center. Then where is the electrophilic center? The atom directly attached to it, this carbon or this carbon. So this or this, these are the electrophilic center. We know that this bromine attack any one of the carbon and ring opens. Why on carbon? Because carbon is electrophilic center and Br negative is nucleophile. Same will take place here. This is oxygen, it is octet is complete. It means it is not electrophile center, electrophilic center. Then where is the electrophilic center? The atom directly attached to it. In the hydrogen or carbon, hydrogen cannot be electrophilic. It's not electrodeficient. Why carbon? Because this bond is polar. So when this nucleophile attack on carbon, this bond shift toward oxygen. Nature do not like charge. चार्ज जहां पे भी आएगा उसको नेचर क्या करेगा, ऑटोमेटिकली मॉलिक्यूल ट्राइज टू मेक इट न्यूट्रल. सो व्हेन द पॉजिटिव चार्ज अपीयर ऑन ऑक्सीजन, ऑक्सीजन विथड्रॉ इलेक्ट्रॉन टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. The pi bond of C and between the C and O that push toward oxygen and charge is balanced because nature do not like charge. Charged particle are not stable. तो कहीं भी चार्ज पार्टिकल बने तो वो इमीडिएटली, इसमें भी चार्ज आया तो चार्ज इमीडिएटली खत्म कैसे होगा? ब्रोमीन इज विड्रॉइंग इलेक्ट्रॉन आइदर फ्रॉम दिस साइड और फ्रॉम दिस साइड. दैट्स व्हाई दीस टू कार्बन एटम्स आर इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक नेचर. सो व्हेनेवर देयर इज अ चार्ज ऑन द मॉलिक्यूल, तो मॉलिक्यूल कोशिश क्या करता है कि उसका चार्ज है जो वो न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाए. तो वो क्या करता है, अपनी तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन खींचेगा. दैट्स व्हाई द एटम डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड टू दैट positively charged atom is an electrophilic center. In both the cases we know. So here this reaction is between electrophile and nucleophile. When this intermediate is formed, you are adding water. This reaction is again between the electrophile and nucleophile. So every reaction जिसको भी आप स्टडी करोगे, थोड़ा सा ध्यान से देखोगे, you will find that that reaction is electrophilic between the electrophile and the nucleophile. Now suppose we have a carbonyl group C double bond O and we are adding cyanide to it. Okay, Cn negative ion. So another reaction. तो रिएक्शन सब आपने की हुई है, बहुत इजी रिएक्शन है, लेकिन उनका जो बेस है वो समझना नहीं है. Okay, like this. So we know this is nucleophile. It means this molecule must be electrophile. So which part of this molecule is electrophile? We know that it's a carbon. So this attack on carbon like this. So sometime we protonate when a proton is added. That is called protonation. Protonation takes place on the oxygen. This carbon is electrophilic, but this carbon is less electrophilic than this carbon. Why? Because here the oxygen is neutral. This molecule is stable, no charge. It's difficult to push these electrons toward oxygen. No driving force is there. But here when you protonate this oxygen, then there is one driving force, that oxygen has a positive charge and nature hates charge. So to neutralize that positive charge, the pi bond that immediately moves toward oxygen. That is a driving force. So these are called acid catalyzed reactions. When we have a weak nucleophile, we must add water. You know, when we have a weak nucleophile, we must add acid to carbonyl compound. Why we add acid? Because to increase its electrophilic nature, to increase its electrophilic power, so that weak nucleophile can easily attack. Next is, say, about the Grignard reagent. You must know Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent is alkyl magnesium halide, RMgX. Okay, RMgX. So suppose I'm taking an example, methyl magnesium bromide. Here the methyl group is negatively charged, magnesium is positively charged. It's an organometallic compound, you know. When I add carbonyl, okay, so this part of Grignard reagent is nucleophilic. It means carbonyl must be electrophile. That's why it attacks here. Okay, it means this is nucleophile. This will act as a electrophile. Okay, again Grignard reagent. You are adding some protic acid like that give H positive ion. Now we know that H positive ion is electrophile. It means this will act as a nucleophile, so it will attack on this. to form methane. So these are the examples, some basic examples from where we can conclude that every reaction which takes place, every organic reaction which takes place, that take place between the electrophile and the nucleophile. The only task is we have to find the electrophilic center and the nucleophilic center in the molecules. So when you find these two centers in the two different reactants, you can easily write the product. So we will do some more examples.